Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to an episode of My Time at Sandrock, where we just had a baby boy. Should be a baby boy. Oh. Yeah. The baby's name. Nope. There we go. Is going to be Howlett. I really can't think of a better name for Logan's child than Howlett. It's like such a big part to his story. I do wish so much that he had a special line to say to you, that you named it after his father. Like, I wish that was a thing. It's not a thing, but baby will be called Baby Howlett. And yes, and she will call me Mommy. Why isn't? Oh, 'cause it's this.
Mommy,
I'm sorry. It's okay. We've already listened to these before. Mother. It's gonna be Mommy. Okay. And there he is. And he just disappeared.
Good morning. I feel well rested.
Unfortunately, again, looks like me. Oh, wow, that's a door.
Darling, anything you need lately? If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Yeah, I'm happy I have this door picture. Oh, we got a social point. Okay, well, we need to give the baby a gift. I'm actually curious. So Lily likes these. Let's see if Howlett likes them. Yep. So they both like the same stuff, I think. And it's just the most adorable thing in the world, watching that man with babies. It really is. Anyway, so today we should have a scene, maybe of an arrival. I wish you had a line, sir, because you now have siblings. Yeah, I'm your best bud. I am your best bud. I am the bestest of buds you have ever had, Andy.
Thanks for giving me this.
We need to take a point, which is probably going to be social. Yeah, this, the amount of work that this thing is going to need is just, oh my gosh. I shudder to think how much work this one's going to need. And we need what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more points. We're just going to do the museum one. I don't care. Okay. We're going to get the mail. So they have not arrived yet, which is a good thing, because I was a little nervous. And now that baby Howlett is born, I have nothing to worry about. You have no idea how, I mean, we could still have our mission mess up. We still could. It's less likely now that, finally a weapon. It's less likely now that there's nothing that we have to get put over there for thing. So I'm happy about that. I was a little worried, I have to say. 9. Last episode, we also upgraded this. We put in a this, which I was hoping would be more lively. But it's not. We are going to take out the Wolf Kings, because they don't even animate in this. The Wolf King is fully not implemented, so we are just going to remove it. It's not worth having it in there. It also doesn't like me touching it when it's in there. So due to that fact, the Wolf King is going to stay right there. We will put some of the derpy fish in. Like one of you, and maybe both of you because you're derpy, and 2 of you because you're also derpy, and I I'm having trouble hitting E. That was really difficult. These guys are boring now. I'm like, yeah, these guys fully got forgot. Fully were forgot. Yeah, nothing for the Eel King is implemented. Just sad. What are you gonna do? We'll put one of you guys in here. I'm just hoping that it makes it look lively. Like, that's what I want, is I want this thing to look alive. We need to do this first. Last episode, we also made a decision to have Miguel leave. I still do feel bad. I still do feel bad. He's gone. I don't think he's left yet, but his days are numbered here. I still do wish there was an alternative. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Look at them derpy fish. I wanted to see some derpiness up in this yard. I mean, I do feel bad. Okay, so now we just see what they liked. Who are you? You're the baby hens. You like this. You, I think, like tomatoes? Yes. Oh, they changed that. You can grab them both at the same time now. And you guys like potatoes. Yeah. So there we go. We do need, part of me does want to name them, but part of me doesn't. Because I don't want to get attached to them being here. I probably will in the end. Oh, we're probably going to end up with so much manure, it's going to be ridiculous. She should be cleaning up after them. I don't know why she isn't. Okay. No, she did. She did 7 of them. You're forgiven, Rosie. Alright, so I was expecting or hoping for them to arrive, and there is a scene for their arrival. Obviously, they're not here yet. We do have a bunch of people who desire things. We might see what they want. Elsie, Heidi. That's all I'm seeing. Elsie and Heidi. Okay. If we pass them, we will find out what they like. Today, I think we are gonna probably maybe go get some kingfish. Go out to the desert and get some kingfish. That is what I'm leaning towards. Hoping that today will be a shorter episode than yesterday. I really thought that, being we were in post content, that, you know, it wouldn't be that much content, and yesterday proved me wrong. Yesterday's episode fully proved me wrong on that one. I was not expecting that. How many of these? 9. We may need to go get more meat soon. We will go run and do that really quick. Hi, you are adorable. Yes, you get a little nosy tap. Yes, because you're adorable. Okay. We'll use Monet today. I feel like I'm not feeding Monet because, like, he's stand here. I feel like I'm not feeding Monet, but I am feeding Monet. The question is, do I want to go get all the yak melts and the camels to fill out the stable? I don't know. I've never really owned yak melts or camels. It's more that, we'll say hi.
Howdy.
Bronze spear. Okay.
Catch you later.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is a known bug of him being stuck here. You just either need to talk to him, or if you're early in the early game and you're not friendly enough with him to enter his room, I believe you just do a quick save, exit the game, and then come back and it'll be fixed. If you actually need to interact with Cooper, that's how you normally can get around that. I think that they are aware at this point that he is stuck. Do you have?
Yeah.
You do. I don't know. Part of me wants a camel and a Yakima, but part of me doesn't. Elsie. She probably wants Desert Defender goggles.
Why is everyone always saying I can't take care of myself? Put me out in the wild unknown with nothing but a butter knife, and I'll survive. You get me, don't ya?
They need to change that dialogue because that's like pre-makeover.
Howdy.
Yeah, Desert Defender goggles. We'll make those for her.
See ya.
That is pre-makeover Elsie behavior. That needs to be updated. We're gonna go to the Commerce. Nope. Civil Corps. And take out a contract.
Remember, don't.
I will, darling.
Remember, don't go hungry.
I know.
You won't.
Oh. We will do meat times. Helps if I hit the buttons first. You know, I'm so trigger happy on that one. We'll do 2. And it still hasn't been updated. That is a shame. Part of me is tempted to do this for the tokens. How much is it? Ooh, oh, that hurts my soul. But 100 tokens. Is he gone already? Wow, that's really unceremonious. Even Yan got a goodbye scene. I should actually see, I wanted to see what the board here, what is this, the bounty board? Oh my goodness. We can do these for Elsie. Being that we're always going to be looking for stuff to do, I want to get into a habit of taking those. Just to continuously level. Oh my god, that scared me. I thought my game just went like, nope. Oh. Or did you get hit by this train too, my love? Did you? I am so sorry. I have a feeling Macchiato also suffered the same fate that I just did. I had a thing in my head that I was going to build here. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. There was something I needed to build here, and I cannot remember it. Desert Defender goggles. Oh, my goodness. Put a cute animal in front of me or something that sparkles, and there's no coming back from that. Desert Defender goggles. High descriptions. That's Defender shirt. That's Magic Defender. A Magic Adventurer's cloak. I wonder what that looks like. That is not what I'm currently wearing, is it? Oh, I need descriptions. Let's see what this one is. I'm curious now. But we still need to make the Desert Defender. There it is. I have one? Really? Where is it? And I have to if it says it. If I says it, it says it do. I do. So I have to have it. We need to put the gun away because those are not in the museum. It says I have it, but I am not seeing it anywhere. Is it in accessories? Nope. There they are. Okay. Elsie? We will go turn this into Justice, too. We also need to see what Heidi wants. All 4 relic bags. We also are going to go try to unalive the vulture thingy today, too. We're going to try to keep that on a schedule of us unaliving the vulture. Elsie, are you still... She is probably in the house. No. There's Heidi. She'll turn up. We'll go turn this into you, sir. Oh, you have a thing.
Congratulations again on that medal. Oh. Some people spend their lives in the Corps and never get such an honor. It only comes up ever so often, and it has to be a unanimous vote.
Well, thank you. That was for our award that we won. Heidi.
Oh my. You made all of these?
Yes. Everything you see here is
Absolutely
handmade
gorgeous.
and up for sale.
One?
Each ceramic piece
Seriously?
is limited to one per customer.
These look kind of familiar. I've always wanted to meet the artist behind such an Sorry if I imagined an old guru or something. I didn't expect someone so young,
I'm glad that you like my
beautiful,
work.
and friendly. Yes, you could say I'm a loyal
Yeah,
customer.
Luna will be here for a couple more days.
I've traveled all the way to Sandrock. Pretty please? Please with a cherry on top?
Okay. But please stop bombarding me with those puppy eyes.
That was worth it. See, that's the thing I love about this game is you would fully just go past that and never think about it.
Hey, there's my best pal. Say, when the next big construction projects come along, let's say you and I pull some strings and put it all on the other builders. Then we can take the day off and go play hooky at the game center. What do you say?
Sure,
Okay. Just a thought.
I love her. Yakmel horn bracelet. I think I have one of those. But yeah, that's what I love about this game. Like, you would never... Like, I'm just riding my horse, minding my own business. And then all of a sudden you come across a scene like that. It's like, will you please stop giving me puppy dog eyes?
Hey!
Oh, I love it. We gotta find Jane. Aww. First, we're gonna go get a Yakmel horned bracelet. And when we are in Heidi's, we need to buy, we need to buy those Bush the Elegant, one of those. We need to start putting that on a daily thing for a little while.
By the stairs.
Hello, Captain. Alrighty. We will then also go and unalive the masked fiends. A lot of stuff to do. I mean, really, this game gives you enough that you could probably...
Howdy.
I have a hard time Wow, she has such the social network. There we go. I have a really hard time in this game. Well, mainly because I don't like to get over leveled, and that mainly comes from my very first save, where I did the whole like first part of the game, and like the very, very first early access release, where the only thing that was out, the only content available was through the water tower. That is where it stopped. You had to rebuild the water tower. So we had that was the content we had to play with until the next big major update came out. So I kept playing. Like I played, I think 3 or 4 years in game, but then when it came time for the next update, I was so over leveled that I had to do all new characters because I was so over leveled the game was no longer challenging to me. So it's like because of that, it always sticks in the back of my head to not over level and to not play too much extra, because I don't want to become fully OP where I can just tap things. So that's where that comes from. That's like I'm afraid to over level, but it's like I don't mind like it gets a little boring when like the story is over just to do commissions every day. It's not the funnest thing to do. It helps now. I knew it to remember. Romance was not even in the game yet. That is how little there was to do. And I still played years. I still want to know what's over here. But yeah, so romance wasn't in the game. None of that was in the game. And I still managed to get through all those years. And it... There's the skeleton. I wonder if there's a way to get in. I'd say no. But there is a big skeleton there. I wonder what that's for. Yeah, it's like right behind the... Anyway. But yeah, I played for a long while and with no romance in the game, no nothing. So I could continue to play this for a while now that you have kids to raise and that type of stuff. But it's like at the same time, I don't want to become over leveled. But there is enough in this game, I think, at this point that if you felt like continuing to play, you probably could. You probably could for a really long time. We'll go on this ledge here, and then that should probably give us enough. And this is definitely harder now that you're missing all of them in there. Or I guess down there, technically it is. I think there's a chest still up here I never got. I actually can't finish this because they got rid of all of them. Are they part of any dungeon? I'm trying to think if they're part of any dungeon. We'll check over here. Like, oh, they got that. We'll check in this area. Otherwise, I don't know where to go to get any of them. This is Tripion's. It's like going through the dungeons in my head. Like, are there any in any of the dungeons? Because that makes it very difficult. Very difficult to do this now. So this is all the mice people. Hold on, we're gonna go to the map. And mice, starbies. Super hot crabs. Yeah, this is their only habitat now. And they don't spawn but once a day. So, well, I guess that's done for the day. Because this is all robots. Well, let's go to the encyclopedia, shall we? It is Plimerymphs. Yeah. So that's all we can do for today for this. We're gonna go take this to the desert. Well, we'll go turn in the one mission. Jane, you were just here. There you are.
Thanks.
We need to start taking her on play dates. Definitely need to start taking her on play dates. We probably should also start to throw parties. Go into Elsie's room. This is Elsie's room.
Yeehaw! I love it!
Oh, whoa, you're really tough as heck. To be out there in the boonies facing all them fearful beasties, I owe you one. Oh, and if you cannot mention to my pa, he don't consider these sorts of commissions to be useful family fun. She has a TV, and you still have toys. Interesting. Still need to do the snooping thing. Now that there's not as much story, I guess there's nothing stopping us. I wanted to take all the people on a play date, like everyone who is play dateable, and take them all on a play date and snoop around their house, read their bio, learn something about them. We're gonna try out our new gun, the Deadeye rifle. Where are you? There you are. We're so far we can't, our magnet doesn't work. Huh? Hopefully one of those was it. Actually, I keep hitting P and I don't mean to hit P. Nope. I just need to remember what two I need. I keep forgetting. It's the same one on two of them. So this is Axe piece 1 and Scepter piece 1. That's what we're missing, the hats. Because I see the hat and I get excited, and then it's like, no, don't get too excited because that's the wrong one. We're just going to go back. I unlived all the stuff I wanted to. Look at Mama Tree perched up there all adorable like. I'm hoping that tomorrow our special guest will arrive. Really hoping. It makes it, the timing does seem better because I remember it being like literally the next day that they arrived. It makes more sense being that they had to cross an entire desert to get here. But I really hope that our special guests arrive. Really, really do. Alrighty, we're going to Papa Defense. And this is gonna go here. This is one of the ones that it is almost easier to place it anywhere and then just move it into place. Just because it is so difficult to put into place. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, I'll go check on the baby, little baby Howlett. Looking gorgeous. You, ma'am. Can I put you in here? No. I wish I could put her to sleep. That little baby just loves to party all night. My goodness. She's like this party hardy. Hey, nope, nope. Ha, there's 2 kids now. There are 2 kids now. What are you gonna do? You can't beat me to both. Oh, okay. Oh, I still can beat him, that's for sure. Every day. Whoops, did not want that. We're gonna go to the end and see if baby Howlett wants a toy robot. Yes, he does. You like robots. Hey, Andy. This one.
Thanks for giving me this.
Where is Lily? Lily. Does your father have you? I think he does. I'm going to double check before I go outside. There's a Howlett. Still no one over here. Okay. Because we had the baby. Everyone's here. Oh, I love this. This is just like baby shower. Actually, they might be arriving here.
They should be here by now. Oh, I hope it's on time. What a long ride. It could get stuffy in there. Oh no, and she might feel sick on the road.
It's okay, Gail.
Ah, Builder.
Waiting for someone?
Yes, my family is coming today. I don't mind telling you that my daughter has been suffering from a strange and rare illness since she was very young. Even the best doctors in the Free Cities couldn't figure it out. Last time I visited Sandrock, Dr. Fang wasn't here yet. I'm glad I got to meet him this time. I've heard great things about his skills, so I thought I'd bring my daughter here for his opinion. Who knows? Something might even come out of it. By the way, I have a small favor to ask.
Sure, Sor.
Could you come
Sir?
with us to the clinic later?
Yes.
It's just that Dr. Fang has a unique temperament. But that's not what worries me. It's my son. He can be a bit...
This is where it gets awkward because that's my husband and Portia. A little awkward.
Ah! Look! There they are! Hey! Over here!
Hey, Gust.
Oh! Gust!
Hey, Ginger. Poor Ginger.
Papa.
It's so wonderful to see both of you. How was the journey? Everything went smoothly?
Everything was fine. We made travel plans as soon as your telegraph arrived.
Let me introduce everyone. My daughter, Ginger, and my son, Gust. This is the best builder in Sandrock, who's become a friend to me. The builder has done a lot for Sandrock.
That's fine, Pa. We're not here to make friends. Where's the clinic?
I do love that they kind of kept the essence of Gust the same because this is how he is until you befriend him in Portia. Like, he is this, like, that's great. Anyway, this. It's like, I'm glad they kind of kept that true to who he was.
Hello, Builder. I'm Ginger. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, the clinic. My apologies. You see, my son can be a bit...
Pa? The clinic?
Yes, let's head over now.
I do like their models. Her eyes freak me out a little bit, though, I will say. Just a little.
Tell us about your illness. Tell us about your illness.
Did you see that, Gust? The little bird speaks our language. How clever. Hello.
That's right, dear.
When did you get sick? When did you get sick?
Since I was 12. I've been careful to keep it under control.
What medications do you take? What books do you read?
Who do you like?
I take the medications prescribed by our local doctor. As for books, I read whatever Uncle Russo can find for me. Why do you ask about the books? And who do I like?
The doctor over in Portia was Dr. Shu, and he was also trained in CSI like Fang. Probably about Fang's age, maybe a little older though, I would say. I would say probably a little bit older than Fang though.
This is ridiculous.
Quiet, X. The most recent episode?
We've been careful with her diet and where she goes, so it hasn't happened since the start of the year.
No, actually, it was recently.
Recently?
No hiding. Tell the truth. Tell everything.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it. I was taking a walk on my own. Papa was at the summit, and I didn't wish to worry my brother. It wasn't too bad. The builder at Portia saw me ill, took me to the clinic, and everything was fine after Dr. Shu gave me some medication. Really, it was like it never happened.
Dr. Zhu. How could he keep that from me?
He mad.
Calm down, sweetheart. Have some herbal tea to help that temper.
Don't blame Dr. Shu, please. I told him not to tell anyone because I didn't want you all worried.
My sweet daughter. Had I known, I wouldn't have let you travel all the way to Sandrock to put you through that tough journey.
Fight. Get your snacks. Grab a front row seat.
X.
What kind of clinic is this? Father, it's a talking bird and a doctor who can barely string two words together. It's a circus. How can we trust them with Ginger's health?
Be nice.
Gust, you know that appearances don't matter as long as the doctor's good at what they do.
Attention, the circus show is on. First one out is X, performing, spewing out bad words.
Oh my goodness.
Shut up, bird!
Please, Gust. I wanted to come. I wanted to see if there's a cure. Right, Papa? Brother? That was the point, right? To find a cure once and for all.
Family, stay composed.
Poor Fang.
I need to feel the pulse. Everyone, please wait outside.
Sure, Doctor. Come with me, Gust. Let's give them some space.
It's done. The recent episode, not good. I need a day to decide on a treatment. Come back tomorrow, please. See you tomorrow.
Come, Ginger. You must be tired now. Let's get some rest at the saloon.
Yes. Thank you, Doctor. And you too.
Goodbye, Doctor. And thank you for taking the time to come with us.
You're welcome, sir.
It's me. X is sad.
Oh. He's probably on distress. Yes, that was quite an outburst. X, that wasn't very nice of you. I'm into this one. He's probably under stress.
I understand. Do you know why families get so upset? They are in pain too. Please, come tomorrow. I will have X stay at home. I don't want a repeat of today. If families are upset, it is not helpful for anyone. Thank you.
Okay. So we will probably have... This will probably be like the next, I would say 10 days or so in game. You'll see Ginger walking around.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Honestly, my brother is just worried about me. I've been causing a lot of trouble for everyone.
That's kind of the sentiment she has the entire game in Portia. Is that she feels that she doesn't want to burden anybody.
I'm not in the mood to chat.
He looks like Link. That is what his model... It's the same voice actor for both games. I think for Gust and for Ginger. I think Gale's a different voice actor. But this is the same voice actor, and I believe hers is too. His model, I would say, is pretty good. That's kind of what I always imagined Gust to look like. He looks a little bit more like Link from Zelda than I thought he really does. Her eyes, she's beautiful, but her eyes look weird. They look a little creepy. I don't know. At least you get a point for that, I guess. Yeah, but her eyes, they're a little creepy. I wish they would change her eyes just because they did. Originally, Gust had those same eyes too, and they did change them. So I kind of wish they would change hers too. They'll be here for the next 10 days. If you're not familiar with Portia and the story of Ginger, the whole story, she is sick. Their mother passed away during her giving birth to Ginger. And Gust, I don't know, Gust, it's like he's very protective, but we need to go through here and see what we need to make. But so in the story, we need to make one of these. So in Portia, Ginger is sick like the entire game, pretty much. Like, she doesn't get better. If you play to year 5, if you're married to her, or I think if you're just a friend of hers, there is a series of missions that happen. A lot of people were not happy with them. And then in the initial game, spoiler, if you do not want spoilers, and click, like, don't watch the next like few minutes. In the initial game, it was written that Ginger, give you guys a couple more seconds to move along, and shut your ears off if you don't want to hear this. If you haven't played Portia. If you were married to her, if you weren't, at the 5-year mark, she gets sick. And in the initial game, she does pass away. And people were not pleased, to say the least. And then they added an alternative mission where if you were married to her, you could make her this light bulb thing, I think it was. I've only played it like once. It was like these light bulbs that she could sit under and it would help Ginger get better. You never really get what her illness was. You just knew she was sick and that was it. So yeah, people were not happy that she could pass away. So that was their way of dealing with it. And I think this is their other way of dealing with Ginger, to give another alternative for the people who were not happy that she could pass away. I never had an opinion on it either way. We'll read a letter from Haru. Hey Lexi, it's Haru. This is So sweet. Sorry I haven't written to you before now. I've been trying to settle in. I've made a few friends already. I know that things are changing in Sandrock too. My classmate has been asking me what it was like living there, but I'm sure if I went back, I'd barely even recognize it already. But I'm really enjoying Atara. If you ever get the chance to come, I'm sure you'd really enjoy your time at Atara. Is that the next game? Our time at Atara? No. No. Okay, we use some presents to open. But anyway, so actually no. How much time do I have for Elsie's mission? That is the first thing. A day. Okay, yeah, we'll do gifts. Venti has more melon mousse. I'm not gonna read the messages. Jane, steak surprise. We've already got these. Our baby is adorable from Ernest. Amber from Unsure. I think he sent this to us last time. Nia gave us chestnut fish heads. Ew. Toy planting guide from Danby. Spinning for her. A toy dancing lion from Ryan. Honey Sambo from Zeke. Kid game from Mort. Fine tomato soup or fine tomato fish from Mion. Wolf tooth pendant from Rocky. A tin frog from Burgess. Bronze axe from Way. These aren't the exact same gifts. Marinated steak from Jensen. Toy paintbrush from Vivi. Orchid earrings from Kadori. A baby lammy doll from Jasmine. I wish you could place those. Pablo gave us a Yakimo horned bracelet. Sanjuju bee cakes from Crystal. And alfalfa baked eggs from Fang. There we are. And now we can go put the plate in mechanical parts and never look at it again. That was literally just for completing the this is fine, we'll give that to him then. Oh, the cloak character. I was bald for a second. Ooh, it has like a little bit of a green on it. It's like bluey purple. We'll wear this one for a little while. We're first gonna perfect it because ew, why am I wearing normal? Ew, it needs to be rare. Anyway, so it is nice having Ginger here. They will, like I said, I think they will probably be here for, I think it's about 10 days to 10-ish days. 10-ish days, 2 weeks, maybe at the most, is what the content is with them. Right. Okay. We're gonna go get the Plimerimps. Plirimps. I need to stop getting those because it's just going into storage. We're gonna use Merle today. We're gonna try to do a quick day. A little difficult, because of the cutscenes. But we're gonna try to make a quicker day. Oh, the rest of today. It might be early in the day. We may just go and clear out runes. That might be the thing to do. But yeah, in Portia, Gust was always my husband. Not that I like. Cause I did not. For Portia, to me, there were good choices. The two choices were always Arlo or Gust. Arlo, I always felt weird picking because he had a thing for Nora. So I always felt weird picking Arlo as the person to romance. So most of the time I just chose Gust. Not because he did have a good mission. He was one of the ones who had a reverse proposal. So I liked that. But like I wasn't too, like, he was not like forever husband status like Logan is in this game. I kind of just alternated between Gust and Arlo. That was how I always handled it. But yeah, no one in Portia really got to the point of like forever husband. This is the only person I will marry. Like I am in this game with Logan. No one ever got to that point. Just because, I mean, Portia's a different game. Like, I mean, yes, it's the same world, but they're very different games. They definitely learned a lot from Portia, being it was like their first game into this genre. They learned a lot. And they fixed a lot of the mistakes that were made in Portia for this game. I need to unalive we'll go to the desert. Or we'll take the deet. See, now that we're talking Portia people, I'm calling them Dee-Dees again. Heaven help me that we're back to Dee-Dees.
Yeehaw! I love it!
Yeah, no one will really have any lines other than Fang about Gust and Ginger being here. She might. We'll see. I don't think so, though. Oh, she does? Oh, no, this is the metal.
Is really nothing compared to what you've done for us. But we hope it'll at least serve as a reminder of our appreciation.
Yeah, no one will really have much to say about Gust and Ginger being here. Maybe when they leave, some of them might, but I kind of don't think so.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm forgetting to do something, and I probably am. I most likely am. Oh, that's done. I needed to go do one of those. Which I knew. I reminded myself, but it's just I need to actually go and do it. I was gonna say, Andy, what are you doing? It's a Saturday. It is fully a Saturday. Okay, we're gonna get the trippy on for Fang. Oh. I want my 5 points. I need to go to Heidi's also. We're gonna take the Yakima station over. Like I said, no character is aware we are in a competition every day for this, but we are every day in a competition for this. Like, I don't know why. This type of stuff brings out the competitive nature in me more than anything ever should. You need a bath? We will give you a bath. I just need to put water in your inventory. Here we go. Beat you, sir. I did again. You're gonna have to be faster. Because my goat is just better than your goat. I'm sorry. Wait, his beard's growing back. I don't know how long it's been back.
Remember, don't go hungry.
But yeah, it grew back.
You always tend to forget everything.
I'm glad that it does grow back. If you say you prefer... That needs to stop. If you do say that you prefer his beard being shaved off, it does remain off. I guess I don't mind it either way, because his facial hair is so light that it doesn't matter. Can we one-tap it? No. 2. Okay. We're gonna go do this. We'll go to this one first and then just work our way back. And then we're gonna go to a mine and we're done. I just don't know what mine I should clear out. Like, I don't know. Part of me wants to do Gecko Station just because it's closer. And that way it isn't such a long haul home if I stay out beyond 1 o'clock. Because I don't think if I go here, I don't think we can make it back in time without having the Yakima station. So I'm afraid to do that. So I think I might stick with Gecko Station because I know I can make it home from Gecko Station. Like that is what is stopping me from going to that one. Because even with the Northern Plateau, oh, actually having problems, I'm sorry. With the Northern Plateau, you can make it home because you're essentially going from right over there to home. Okay, so full disclosure, I went to go into there to the clinic to go give Fang his commission, and it started the ginger mission again. I don't want that the rest of the mission in this episode, because we're supposed to wait for tomorrow, and it was what's supposed to happen tomorrow. So we're not going to turn in Fang's commission today. We are, Gale shopping. We're going to wait until tomorrow. I was not expecting that to proc. So we're avoiding Fang's clinic for the day.
Don't you already have, like, a war medal? Hope our Civil Corps medal isn't too dinky for you.
I did kind of
Thank
say
you.
it was a little dinky, though. We can listen to his story, meaning Owen. I need to look at Banjo. Look at him. We'll listen to the story. I'm waiting for it to start, but I think it technically starts at 7. Watch the show.
Now here's a favorite of mine. Back when Martel and Mort stuck around after many people left after the initial Great Relic Rush, the two of them tried to make the most of what was left of Sandrock. They noticed real quick that after adventurers had cut down so much of the forest and trees, sand was starting to blow over the remaining greenery. The result was pretty much what you see here today. Still, Mort and Martel were committed to keeping this place alive. So they started trying all sorts of weird things to make the soil better.
Did he say better?
Though things were looking grim, they always tried to keep their spirits high by doing little things for each other. They used to stick straw into the sand and write messages. I love you. Happy birthday. Take a bath. You know, cutesy stuff like that.
That's technically in one of the Mort's photos. This kind of story.
Turns out straw sticks in the sand for a long time. And it actually slows down the sand that gets blown across the desert. Just by maintaining a positive outlook and being cheery, they made a huge discovery that was just the thing we needed to turn the tide on the sandstorms. Kinda inspiring, don't you think? I mean, I guess you could say that the book they found on old world agricultural techniques has played a greater role in our recovery, but I think the story is better just leaving that part out.
Okay. We will go to the desert. Go to the Gecko Station. It's a little later than I wanted. Wow, I did not expect Owen's story to skip ahead 3 hours. I was not expecting that. It is almost not worth not... Start the sentence over. It is almost worth not going, but I will. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that when I went into Fangs that the story started, like the mission started. It shouldn't do that. It shouldn't just be the next time you enter Fang's clinic. It should be tomorrow. Like, I didn't want that in this episode. We'll stay here until like about 2-ish. Probably like 132. Just to use some stamina, we need to start leveling up again. That is basically it. We need to start leveling up. I don't remember which I meant to say in the last episode, I don't remember getting that primitive outfit in my early access at all. Like at all. So that must have been added. And because I know they added another set that looks very similar to it, but it like looks reddish. So I'm wondering if that got added with the like New Year Better Me update maybe? Or just full release. It could just be full release too. Like they just chose to keep certain things behind so that like, you know, full release had some stuff too. I think this might be a quick floor. This really is so satisfying. And I know I say it every time I do this, but it really is so satisfying. Oh, I wish it weren't. Oh, our ad got canceled. This is why I have such difficulty remembering the ad. Because if it isn't lost in all the messages, it happens like right when it turns to midnight. I kind of wish that it would wait until the morning. And it makes sense because it expires at midnight, blah, blah. But you know, we can't really go renew it at midnight. I'm not going to stop everything to renew it. We're just going to finish this room and be done. This room and this. Just because it's here and it needs to go bye-bye. Okay, we're done. Part of me does want to clear out all the runes. Like, all of them. Which means we have to go back to the first one, the Eufaula, and clear that one out. I forgot to get to Heidi's. Dang it. Oh well. We have time. We have nothing but time. That means we have to go back to the Eufaula and go to level 2 and start from 2. But I would probably just go back to 1. Part of me does want to do that, mainly because I want to see the decoration. I've done all of the Eufaula. I've done half of this one. I've never done Mole, and I've never done the space starship ones. So, you know, it would be new. That would be a new thing for me to do. Oh, we'll get the mail. We won't get the mail. We'll get the box. We will also put this up. Even though I really don't think there's going to be any sandstorms anytime soon. You can still have them. They're not done forever, but... Oh, we have new stuff to put in because we were running low. So that's the problem when you don't like look in your chest as often, is you don't know that you're running low until you are really low. So like I need to make a point to continue to look and see how we are doing. So that's why it's nice to go back to that run, because we still do need fiber mesh for stuff. Like that is still something that we do need from time to time. So that's why it is nice to go back and clear it out. But anyway. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of my time at Sandrock. Next episode we will have more with Gust and Ginger. And we'll see what else should pop up. I don't think much more will. It's just going to probably be the Gust and Ginger stuff. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourself and bye for now.